Have you ever wondered why black cats often stir up feelings of unease or even fear in some people? This is a curious question, isn't it? Well, the enigma of black cats is as intriguing as it is contentious, with their history steeped in a rich tapestry of folklore and superstition that varies from culture to culture. Let's embark on a journey tracing the origins of these beliefs, starting from the Celtic lands where black cats enjoyed a sacred status. Celtic mythology revered these ebony creatures, associating them with prosperity and good health. Scottish lore, for instance, held that the arrival of a black cat at a new home signified prosperity. The Welsh, on the other hand, believed that a black cat brought good health. In Germany, it is believed that cats can be lucky or unlucky, depending on the way they crossed your path. Black cats crossing left to right were lucky, but right to left is unlucky. In Italy, the belief was that when a black cat came onto your bed, a sick person would die. In France, it was lucky. Crossing paths with a black cat meant that something magical would happen. Cats in general have long been revered in Egypt. One of the most famous legends about black cats, in fact, comes from Egypt. The black cat is said to be a descendant of Egyptian goddess Bastet, who was known to have taken the form of a lioness, and then later, a black cat. These black cat descendants of Bastet were thought to have supernatural powers. But the story of black cats takes a drastic turn when we move to the Western cultures. Here, they were often associated with witchcraft and seen as evil omens. This belief was particularly prevalent among the pilgrims who arrived at Plymouth Rock with a devout faith in the Bible and a deep suspicion of anything deemed of Satan. In their view, black cats were companions or familiars to witches, integral to their craft. And yet the narrative shifts again as we cross the continent to Japan. Japanese folklore holds positive associations for black cats, as they felt black cats were especially lucky for single women, and would help them to be lucky in love. Japanese maneki neko are fortune cats, and the black ones were used to ward off evil. So, the next time you see a black cat, what will you see? A creature of good luck, an evil omen, or perhaps just a common domestic cat with an all-black fur pigmentation? Did you know that black cats were once considered good luck charms by sailors and fishermen's wives? Quite the startling contrast to the ominous reputation they hold in many other cultures, wouldn't you say? Our journey now takes us to the expansive, unpredictable realm of the sea, where superstitions were as common as the waves that rocked the vessels. In the vast, isolating expanse of the ocean, superstitions provided a semblance of control, a psychological anchor of sorts. One such belief centered around the enigmatic black cat. Sailors, hardened by the sea's harsh conditions and unpredictable temperament, sought any form of good luck, and what better mascot than the mysterious black cat, believed to possess supernatural powers. The sight of a black cat on board was welcomed, seen as a harbinger of safe voyages and bountiful catches. A black cat was considered such a valuable asset that it was not uncommon for sailors to secure one as a ship's cat. They believed that their feline companion would shield them from treacherous storms and guide them towards plentiful fishing grounds. Now, let's turn our attention shoreside, to the wives of these brave fishermen. While their husbands battled the high seas, these women lived in constant fear and uncertainty. In an attempt to protect their loved ones, many kept black cats at home. They believed that these cats, with their supposed mystical influence, could safeguard their husbands, no matter how far they ventured into the sea's unforgiving depths. This positive association with black cats is a stark contrast to their reputation in most of Europe, where they are considered symbols of bad luck or even death. It's fascinating how the same creature can inspire such disparate beliefs, isn't it? While feared on land, black cats were revered at sea, proving that superstitions can greatly vary depending on the context. This dichotomy underscores the complexity of human belief systems, reminding us that perception often holds more power than reality. In today's society, black cats are still surrounded by superstitions, but how do these beliefs affect these creatures' lives? The cloak of superstition that hangs around black cats isn't just a relic of ancient folklore. It continues to cast a shadow over their existence even in our modern world. The most tangible manifestation of this is seen in American animal shelters, where black cats often face an uphill battle in finding forever homes. A common belief is that black cats are less likely to be adopted from shelters compared to their more vibrantly colored counterparts. This is largely attributed to the superstitions that have followed them through centuries, painting them as symbols of bad luck or mischief. Yet these are mere myths, spun from tales and folklore with no basis in reality. Around Halloween, the plight of black cats becomes even more pronounced. Some shelters suspend or limit the adoption of black cats during this period. The fear that these animals might become the victims of pranks or worse, ritualistic abuse. This precaution, while well-intentioned, further contributes to the cycle of misunderstanding and prejudice against these beautiful creatures. Yet black cats are just like any other cats. They purr, they play, they demand your attention, and they offer companionship. Their color doesn't make them any less capable of giving or receiving love. The superstitions that follow them are human constructs born out of fear and misunderstanding. We must remember that color is just that. Color. It doesn't dictate personality, behavior, or the capacity to bring joy. It's a coat, not a character, yet it's this very coat that has been the source of so much misfortune for these cats. Sadly, these age-old superstitions continue to influence the fate of black cats, often to their disadvantage. It's time we shed these baseless beliefs and see black cats for what they really are: loving, playful, and deserving of a home, just like any other cat. After all, superstitions belong in the past. The future should be one of understanding, love, and respect for all creatures, regardless of their color. Despite the superstitions, black cats have recently seen a surge in popularity, thanks to a certain superhero. The year 2018 saw the release of a groundbreaking superhero film, Black Panther, which not only shattered box office records but also sparked a fad of adopting black cats. This African-themed movie presented a new perspective on the color black, shifting its perception from an omen of bad luck to a symbol of power, courage, and nobility. The film's protagonist, T'Challa, captivated audiences worldwide, and his influence extended beyond the screen and into the homes of many, manifesting in the form of black domestic cats named after him. But it wasn't just T'Challa who left a mark. Other characters from the film, like the tech-savvy Shuri, also inspired the names of newly adopted feline companions. This phenomenon wasn't the result of a calculated campaign. No, it was a spontaneous reaction from viewers who were moved by the film's narrative and who decided to honor its characters in their own unique way. This adoption trend was a welcome change, especially considering the challenges black cats face in shelters. Historically, black cats have had lower adoption rates compared to cats of other colors. This is partly due to the age-old superstitions that have unfairly painted them as harbingers of bad luck. But as the Black Panther wave swept across the globe, it brought with it a much-needed change in perception. People started to see black cats not as symbols of misfortune, but as representations of strength, wisdom, and majesty, just like the characters in the movie. This shift in perspective has done wonders in dispelling the stigmas associated with black cats, and has even led to an increase in their adoption rates. The Black Panther phenomenon is more than just a pop culture trend. It's a testament to the power of storytelling and its ability to challenge long-held beliefs and inspire change. The film has breathed new life into the image of the black cat, transforming it from a symbol of fear to a symbol of admiration. It seems that, in the world of pop culture at least, black cats are finally getting the positive attention they deserve.